What to photograph in March 2023? Hello, PhotoPills, Rafael the Bar here. In March we have quite a few photo opportunities. We've got the full moon, the equinox of March, which is the first spring day in the northern hemisphere and the first fall day in the southern hemisphere. The auroras, the zodiacal light visible from both hemispheres, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, the Milky Way and the Galactic Center, 4 conjunctions of the moon with Saturn, Jupiter, Venus and Mars. And depending on where you are on Earth, you'll be able to enjoy the occultation of Venus behind the moon. And as always, don't forget, always on for opportunities talking about the sunrise, sunsets, golden hours, full hours, star trails, and so on. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you some of the best photos that you guys have submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and that we featured in February. So let your imagination fly, decide what you want to photograph, and use PhotoPills to plan the photo so you can go and capture it. Okay, let's get started. Let's see some of the best photo opportunities that can be photographed in March 2023. Let's go. The full moon is on March 7th. And photographing the full moon is always fun. So, based on the moonrise and moonset directions, find a cool subject that can be aligned with the rising moon or the setting moon and plan your shot. For instance, let's have a look at the plan here. If on the full moon date on March 7th at 6:54 p.m. I am at the red pin position in Menorca, I'll be able to photograph the moon above the Tower of Fornace, the defense Tower of Fornace. And the moon will have a diameter of 24 meters. You have the diameter on the top panel in brackets. And the natural light is going to be, the elevation of the sun is going to be minus 2.86, which is almost the end of the golden hour. So the moon is going to be strong and yellow. It's an awesome shot. By the way, here you have a photo of the beautiful defense tower of Fornace, located in Menorca, Spain. And if you wish to learn how to plan your moonshots, watch this video. March equinox is on March 20th. The equinox is quite a magic date. It's when the sun crosses the celestial equator, an imaginary line in the sky above Earth's equator. And the sun is crossing it from south to north. It's the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere and the beginning of fall in the southern hemisphere. It's also a great moment to photograph the zodiacal light and of course the auroras. The new moon is on March 21st, and around new moon is a great time to photograph the zodiacal light. The zodiacal light is the reflection produced by the scattering of sunlight to the particles traveling across the entire solar system. In the northern hemisphere, it is visible due west after the astronomical twilight ends in the direction of the sunset, this thick orange line you see on the map. On the contrary, on the southern hemisphere, the zodiacal light is visible due east before the astronomical twilight begins in the morning in the direction of the sunrise, which is the thick yellow line you see on the map. There you'll find the zodiacal light if you want to plan your shot. And if you shall learn how to photograph the zodiacal light, watch this video. March is the kickoff month of the so-called Milky Way season. It's when we can photograph the Milky Way and the Galactic Center, the brightest part of the Milky Way. In the northern hemisphere, I have the red pin here in Menorca, it's a great time to photograph the Milky Way when it's low in the sky for a beautiful panorama, and the Milky Way core or the Galactic Center in the southeast directions. If I check on the night AR, you'll see what I mean. Here we have the horizon. The Milky Way is here, and over there I have the core of the Milky Way and the Galactic Center. As you see, the Milky Way is super low in the sky, close to the horizon. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, if I go to the southern hemisphere, let's check what's going on here. In the southern hemisphere, you can get a pretty vertical Milky Way with the core visible in the southeast directions. Let's check the night AR again and see the difference. If you imagine that we are in the southern hemisphere now, you have the core. In the southern hemisphere, the core is always, high in the sky. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But the Milky Way is a bit more vertical. Fantastic! Oh yeah, March is an amazing month to photograph the Milky Way and the Galactic Center. And if you wish to learn how to plan and photograph the Milky Way, watch this video. In March, there will be 4 moon planet conjunctions. On March 19th, Saturn will be very close to a pretty thin moon. The moon phase will be 7%. You'll find the conjunction due east before sunrise in the direction of the moonrise. The direction of the moonrise is represented on the map by this thick light blue line. All you have to do is to wait for the moon to rise and follow the moon path, which is represented on the map by this thinner blue line here, and there you'll find the moon, very thin, and Saturn. On March 23rd, the moon will be in conjunction with Jupiter, and the moon phase will be 2% only. Super thin. You'll find the conjunction in the west, in direction of the moonset, which is represented on the map by this thick dark blue line, and all you have to do is to pay attention to the position of the moon, which is represented on the map again by this thin blue line, and when the moon will be about to set, there you'll see the moon planet conjunction after sunset. On March 24 is Venus that will be in conjunction with the moon, and the moon phase will be 7%. Again, you'll find the conjunction below in the sky, in the west, in the moon direction, and in the moon direction when it's about to set, when the moon is about to set. And again, the moon set is represented on the map by this thick dark blue line you see on the map. Also, depending on where you are on Earth, you'll be able to experience the occultation of Venus behind the moon. The occultation will be visible from South Africa, the south of Africa, Saudi Arabia, India, China, Philippines, Malaysia, and so on. On March 28th, Mars will be in conjunction with the moon, and the moon will have a phase of 41%. And again, you'll find the conjunction due west in the direction of the moon and the moonset at night. Again, these blue lines will guide you. They are telling you the position of the moon at all time and where the moon is setting, so you can't miss it if you want to plan your moon planet, moon Mars conjunction. And now let's see some of the best photos that you submitted to the PhotoPills Awards and we featured in February. The first one is a fantastic photo of Comet 2022 E3 ZTF over Castillo de Magacela, Badajoz, Spain. Photo by Rubén Flores. The second one is a spectacular super thin moon rising over the Pyrenees in France. Photo taken by Philippe Rox. And the last one, and the third one and last one, is a beautiful photo of the sunlight painting the mountain ridges in Lofoten Islands. Photo taken by Carlos Gonzalez. Amazing photo, guys. Thank you so much for sharing them with the tribe. Now, if you wish to learn how to photograph all the events I've shared in this video, I recommend you to download and study well our super detailed Astronomical events photography guide. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video and in the first comment below. Download it. And as always, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday in another video. And remember that you have the power to imagine, plan, and shoot legendary photos. Bye.